Okay, it's 3:38 on March 5th. We'll call the Kent County Administrative Charging Committee to order. Remember, all meetings are conducted in open session unless otherwise indicated. Portions of the Police Accountability Board and the ACC meeting can be held in closed session under authority of Maryland Open Meetings Law by vote of the members. All open meetings are subject to audio and video recordings. Everybody get a copy of their last month's minutes?
Yes, sir.
Review them?
Yep.
Yes.
Can I get a motion to accept them?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Minutes passed. Old business. I don't think we have any old business.
There's no update on the procedures?
It's still pending review.
Okay, that's what I assumed. I
Yeah.
thought I'd ask the question.
Yeah, no, that was probably, should have been under old business, because that should have been on there. And the other thing we're waiting to do is just finish wrapping up the end-of-year report. New business. Don't have anything under new business either. Nope, I got nothing under it. New business. We'll go right into law enforcement. This is where we talk to them about case reviews, anything, if we have any questions for them. Gary, start with you. You have anything?
No, sir. At this point in time, it's all good.
This is our quarterly mandatory. Anything?
Just how's it working from your end? We think we're doing okay. We're getting good, analysis of reports from our perspective. If you had any questions or issues, let us know.
I mentioned in the last meeting that I think it kind of almost gets better, like each one, like the flow and how we're getting them is getting really good. I don't have anything negative to say or any suggestions even. I think it's all good.
Trying to finalize and go through your reports as you guys analyze them. Relatively easy for us, to understand, to start from A and get to C or D or wherever we need to get to. I find it not that difficult to follow the process, so.
All right, that's all we have.
I kind of think maybe our last complaint could have been a potential mediation case, you know what I mean? But yet we didn't have it in place, so I was kind of feeling like that could have been one that we could have gone to mediation for.
Right.
What do you guys think about that mediation?
I think it's good, except for, we were discussing it in between meetings about the Attorney General's opinion, right, his ruling on it. And, this one FOP attorney was like, who would ever want to go to mediation now, right? Because it's kind of like a double-edged sword. So,
Yes.
but I get it. So, and Johnny Jones would like a copy of it too, so I'm going to forward it to you.
It seems like the law is written in such a way that it doesn't encourage mediation because everything has to go through the PAB and EACC anyway.
Yeah, we were discussing it. It's a gray area.
Yeah, where would the mediation start? Would it start before the internal investigation? Would it start after the internal investigation? Would it still take the same process on your guys' opinion?
In my opinion, would be you have to investigate it to ensure that you only have an A or B violation. And then once you've gotten that established, then it could be a mediation case.
So you would go through all the steps just like you would before it came to the ACC anyway. You would do your
Yeah, because you might be, obviously not the last case, but you might be reviewing body cam footage or something else, and then something else presents itself. And then you realize that, hey, this is now, based on maybe the number of Bs, or maybe you now have a C or something like that, now it's not eligible any longer. So yeah, you'd still have to investigate that and figure out what you have. And then, of course, you gotta have willing participants on both sides.
Yeah, all three, the department, the officer, and the complainant.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, I don't know if there would be many cases that would be, that they would, the parties would be interested in doing it, but I was thinking about the last case, you know, it's just kind of like, we tried to explain and it just wasn't happening, you know, so it was just kind of like, I think that could have been potentially a mediation case, but, we didn't have it in place, so, I'm not so sure she would have been, wanting to go through it anyway, but, you know, at least we would have that option, so.
Yeah, I think 3 of our 4 from 2024, if I had to guess, would not have, if they'd been eligible for mediation, I think the complaining party wouldn't have gone along with it. 1, maybe, but 3, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot at play on making sure all parties involved would want to do it, but, yeah. All right, I have nothing else. Anybody have anything good for the,
I actually just a quick question. Do you guys still have meetings, even if you don't have any cases?
Yes.
I just, you know, did you feel, it's obviously not anything to do with me, but do you feel that that's necessary?
Well, we gotta talk about you somehow.
At this
Well, I think
stage,
well, I think that, you know, stage meaning beginning stage, I assume, because I think what, you know, I'm hearing, obviously not in this area here, but what I'm hearing in other areas is kind of like, if you don't have anything that's going on, you try to generate something that's going on, you know what I mean? So if you don't have a meeting, so you try to find a reason to have a meeting, you know what I mean? And I think that can be sometimes counterintuitive for, you know, definitely for a police force, you
well,
know what I mean?
we are
So-
mandated by law to have a meeting once a month for the ACC.
are?
Yes, we
The
are.
ACC portion.
Yeah, so initially, we weren't even having it on the same day as the PAB. We're gonna try to separate it, but that didn't work out. It's just easier to do it one day, and we're only meeting once a month. And, yeah, and we still have things to do,
Yeah.
non-case related.
Yeah, most of the time we talk about is the process benefiting everybody sitting at the table. You know, I mean, it gives us an honest opportunity to talk about it without feeling like we're in a hurry.
Sure.
You know, is it good for you? Is it good for why we're sitting here and the public? You know, we're kind of representing everybody, so are we wasting our time and we going through the motions just because, like you're saying? Or are we providing a valuable tool? And that's basically what it is, a tool.
Plus you gotta earn all that money you're getting.
Absolutely, absolutely. That and this cup of coffee that they didn't pay for either.
Okay, well, going back to Mr. Miller's question, just to make sure there wasn't.
Just said,
Fair enough. I wanted to make sure that there was a direct answer, and that is, you know, I don't want to speak for the chief or the sheriff, but I know from our perspective, this is exceeding expectations as far as there was a lot of apprehension just in the police world in general about how this is going to work with a group of, you know, citizens who may or may not have, you know, they're going to have varying range of knowledge of law enforcement and what goes into that. They were going to basically, you know, decide our fate when a citizen complains. And I think that our department specifically has trust and faith in the system based on what we saw in 2024. So we appreciate what you guys do. We do feel like we're in good hands as far as it's going to be fair and impartial. I don't mean it's going to be somebody that's going to say, oh yeah, the police are always right. No, that's not what we're looking for. But we know that it's going to be judged fairly and accurately. So
I think we're giving our level best to do that. So
I think you're absolutely right. And that's what we're seeing, so.
Did anybody explain to these guys the level of training that we're required to go through?
They know.
So you know you know, I mean, believe me, we're no, Shelley knows, and of course Seb knows, but Barry knows. I mean, I'm the knucklehead that doesn't have a background in law enforcement, but the training was, and I don't want to use the word intense, it was very informative about the guidelines and restrictions of where we should focus our energies and what we should look for, what we should pay attention to. So we're certainly not, I'm not a seasoned, but I know what to pay attention. And I think that helps. So when you're looking at it and you're reading and you're reviewing the body cam, you know what to listen for, you know what to pay attention to, the little things that might make a difference. So it would be would benefit everybody involved, whether it's the citizen or the officer. So.
And to kind of build on what you were saying, Chief, I think it's definitely, for my people, it's definitely given them a little bit of a, air of confidence, because they were concerned, and as from an administrator standpoint, you don't want your people kind of shut down a little bit, because they're concerned that if they go out there and try to be proactive, and they're gonna wind up getting, you know, because that's, reality is, the more active you are, the more chances you are of having a complaint. So I didn't, you know, there was some apprehension there in the beginning. After seeing what we've seen in 2024, similar to what the chief was saying, then I would say that, you know, my people are, you know, they're going out there, they're doing their job, they're doing what they need to do, and they just realize that if somebody complains and I'm doing the right things, I don't have anything to worry about. So that's definitely been very helpful from an administrative standpoint.
It's sort of parallel to the body worn camera, because I know that gave some
Oh,
angst
my.
originally.
Absolutely.
Very much so, very much so.
And now we got people that they don't wanna do it, if they don't have it, they're hollering, charge it, put it on, do something, you know, I wanna have this thing, you know,
Yeah.
and as you're very right, at the beginning, there was a lot of apprehension about having this thing on my body all the time.
Right.
But now they want it.
It's a fantastic tool.
Yeah.
It really is.
All right,
There's not that exciting.
Oh, yeah?
It's not like on TV, you know?
our,
You want to stop by, I'll show you something.
our next, monthly meeting will be held on April the 2nd, immediately following the PAB meeting. I'm gonna need a motion, to move to executive session, due to the fact that we have some personnel issues to discuss.
So moved.
Second?